So I was talking, excuse me, I was talking to a coach today, and we were talking about potentially being on my podcast. And he is a productivity coach. And actually, that was a different conversation. Okay. I was talking to a different coach in my mind. You have no idea the difference. But we were talking about accountability. And we were talking about, he was talking about the fact that he's not yet at six figures because to be on my podcast, you have to be a six-figure earning coach or higher. And he was talking about the fact that he likely could be a six-figure coach. He just hasn't done the work yet. Like he knows what to do. He just hasn't put forth the effort that he knows he needs to put forth in order to be a six-figure coach. And I didn't have to say anything. He himself said, I just haven't put forth the effort, or I haven't reached out to the people, or I haven't put out the word or done the marketing that I need to do. And my question to him was, do you have a coach? And you probably wonder, why did I ask that question? And you're probably wondering, is this about Coach Up, the podcast? No, this is about overcoming fear and forging through fear. But I asked him, I'm going to get there. I asked him if he had a coach. And he said, had he paid for coaching? Yes, I think he had paid for coaching. No, again, I'm getting my coaches mixed up. Either way, I don't think he had paid for coaching. And he, however, knew that he needed a coach or somebody to keep him accountable because he needed someone to say, have you done X, Y, and Z? Now, he is a coach and he recognized he needs that accountability because he said for his clients, he talks to them on a daily basis. He checks in with them to see if they've done what they were supposed to do. And he recognized that he needed the same thing. And so that got me thinking about when it comes to forging through fear, what's another secret weapon against fear? It is accountability. I'm Kenesha Hart. I am a speaker. I teach and talk about how we forge through fear to create the future that we want to be reality. And I also have a podcast called Coach Up Podcast, where I interview 6 and 7 figure coaches and talk with them about how they've built their business to 6 and 7 figures. And it's for coaches, you who want to build your business to 6 and 7 figures. Okay, so when it comes to the accountability piece and forging through fear, I thought this is one of the secret weapons to forging through fear. It is accountability. Because you think about it, okay, when you are afraid of something, when we're afraid of something, when we are procrastinating, which is coming from a place of fear, most often, fear that we don't know whatever it is that we're doing, we don't know if it's going to be successful. Fear of procrastination is what I'm talking about, the bases that are based in fear. Fear on that may have to do with not knowing if you're putting something out there is going to be received well. That may cause you to procrastinate. So there are other reasons, but those are the two that are coming to mind. So when you think about how do you overcome fear, such as that manifesting as procrastination, and you have to tell somebody, I said I'm going to do this, and then that somebody has to follow up with you, do you know that you're more likely to do it? Never a guarantee, but you're more likely to do it. And so procrastination, which is fear-based, can be overcome through accountability. It's a secret weapon against fear. Another thing, if you're in a relationship, accountability can help you overcome fear because if you said in that relationship, I'm going to be more present, which means I'm not going to have my phone out when we're at dinner or when we're sitting at the dinner table or when we are spending time together. I'm going to put my phone up. And then you tell the partner, like you didn't just make this up in your head and decide this is how you're going to show love and spend quality time. Like you told your partner so that your partner can help you be aware if you're pulling your phone out of your back pocket when you said you weren't going to be on it when you all are together. You're telling your partner and allowing them to hold you accountable. Then, when you pull out your phone from your back pocket while you and your partner are together, you will then have somebody to say, no, this is not what you said you were going to do. And then you can correct your actions, right? But where did that come from that you initially wanted to spend that time with that person? It might have to do with the fear that if you do not, then they will value you less, may not want to be around you as much because you don't seem to want to be around them or pay attention to them. Could be coming from fear of not wanting the relationship to be damaged. Could come from fear of wanting to be liked, fear of not being liked, any of those. Nonetheless, how you fix it is you have your partner hold you accountable. I'm going to be present. I am not going to mess up the relationship because I'm constantly putting work over my relationship, over my partner. Or I'm not going to ruin the relationship because I'm constantly putting social media over my partner. People who I don't even know, I'm watching their lives and I'm not participating in the life of my partner who's right beside me. So when you have accountability in your life with another person, that is a secret weapon against fear, right? And because that person can be accountable, help you hold you accountable in a positive way. They can encourage you to do things that you don't want to do. So again, if you're afraid of spiders, your accountability partner can go with you to the zoo to see spiders. You don't have to do it alone. It's a beautiful thing. So not only does accountability allow you to not waddle and settle in the fear and the inactivity that your fear is causing in whatever the situation may be, accountability through a person also will stimulate you and encourage you and motivate you to do that thing which you are afraid of. It's a win-win situation. That's why it's a secret weapon. And so my question to you is, do you have an accountability partner? Do you have somebody that holds you accountable? Do you have somebody that you've shared your fears with, or at least one fear, and you're asking them to walk through that fear with you? Whenever you're experiencing it, that you can call them, or that they can call you and check on you and encourage you or tell you that you need to stop acting this way and take one small step, whatever it is. Accountability is the secret weapon against fear. Because did you know that when we tell other people what we are working toward, we are, I think it's 50%, I think it's approximately 50% more likely to succeed. When you tell someone what you're working toward, and you allow them, you give them the freedom and the permission to hold you accountable to what you tell them, your rate of success goes up by like 40%, 46%. I think it's like 96% is successful are the people who tell somebody their goal, or in this case, what you have a fear of, tell them that what your goal is to overcome that fear, and then to allow them to hold you accountable to it. It is powerful. So I encourage you today, find an accountability partner. If you need one, there is a possibility that I may be doing something where I'm pairing people together to help with those accountability partnerships, because they can be hard to find. So if you'd be interested, drop me a note, drop me a comment below, and we'll connect. I'll reach out. But either way, I encourage you, if you don't have an accountability partner for any area of your life where you're experiencing fear and you are working to forge through it, find one today. This is our secret power, one of them, for forging through fear. Let's go.